Hi everyone, it's Melissa and welcome back to another Friday Reads. I haven't made a video in a while and I also haven't really been watching videos. So if I'm someone who normally comments on your videos, I probably haven't even watched them. So yeah, I've been not participating in Booktube. I've watched like a couple videos, but I haven't really been participating in any way, shape, or form. It's been a really stressful week. It's just been a hard week. And I don't, okay. So I don't really want to get into it. It's not, everyone's fine, like, whatever. I'm not trying to be purposefully vague. It's just that, I don't share things if they involve, like, other people, you know? So, like, it's not my place to say this stressful thing happened and here's what it is when someone else, like, is also their business. I don't want kind of like on the internet. So it makes it sound like this is like some salacious secret. It's not. It was just a hard week and that's that. So that's why I haven't been around. So the last week of reading and watching, because I also share things that I've been watching and listening to and all that kind of stuff. So I finished reading the last book for the Booktube Prize, which was the Brickmakers by Selva Almada. Can't talk about it yet. I have just, however, finished filming the little mini review, like my thoughts on that book. And I will be editing my Booktube Prize video for, I basically review all 6 books. And I will be editing that video together soon and scheduling it for, I forget what dates, early October at some point when they're going to announce the winners, and I can share what I thought about all of those books. So I feel great having finished my Booktube Prize reading and having finished the filming and all that kind of stuff. I did finish another book. I finished started and finished really quickly, actually, super readable book, Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe by Fannie Flagg. I really enjoyed this a lot. It had all those small town vibes that I love. It's set in the it goes between the 1920s and 30s and the 1980s. I love stuff set in like the 20s and 30s, like the Jazz Age and the Great Depression, and like that sort of time frame, I guess, just really appeals to me. And I have watched the movie many times. I think I still prefer the movie just because there's like nostalgia there, and there are certain things that the movie changes that I think work better, at least for movie format, and that I like that they added to the story or changed about the story. And I've just watched this movie like a million times with my mom growing up, and I just love it. But there are some things in the book that I'm like, oh, I wish they would have left that in. It's basically like the portrait of the small town. Like, there are main characters that come out of it, but different from the movie, how it's really following those main characters more closely. I found that in the book there was a lot more like little side stories, or what these other characters that you don't really see much of in the movie, like what they're doing. And I liked that. I liked it as like, yeah, a portrait of this like small town in Alabama in the 20s and 30s. Just, yeah, I loved it. Love that book. It also had some recipes at the back, including how to make fried green tomatoes, which I kind of want to do now. Anyway, so I finished that. What I'm currently reading, I am about 90% through an audiobook. I'll probably finish it tonight as I'm washing dishes or something, called President of the Whole Fifth Grade by Sherri, Winston. This is a middle grade book. I started this for a readathon that has now ended, but who cares, called Middle Grade Magic. I heard about this through one of the hosts, Olivia Savannah at Olivia's Catastrophe. And I was just in the mood for middle grade because, I don't know, there's something about that whole like September back to school vibe. And this book is set very much at school. It's about this girl who is a little bit obsessed, I guess, of becoming president of the 5th grade / president of the school. And it's just a really cute book, and it's pretty like wholesome in terms of like the stakes are so low, but as a fifth grader, the stakes seem really high. And if I had read this, like, if I was the correct age demographic, I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, what's going to happen to this character? She's going to lose the election. It's like, anyway. And I like that the main character, Brianna, is like, she's really ambitious. She's really goal-oriented. And I think that's just like a good character to have at the center of a story, but she kind of gets carried away with the election, and there's also some, messaging in there about like the importance of friendship, and anyway, it's just really cute and wholesome, and I'll finish that really soon. I'm also partway through, maybe like 50 or 60 pages into Mort by Terry Pratchett. I forgot to bring it with me. It's on my bedside table, and I am loving it so far, as I always do. This is the fourth book in the Discworld series. You don't have to read them in order. I am reading them in order. But this is the first in the Death subseries. I know that there was a read-along for Mort a while ago now. Maybe, was it this past spring, that I just couldn't participate in. But I might go back and watch their, the hosts, like discussion they had on it after I'm done it. But yeah, it's just, I always feel just good reading Pratchett's writing. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about that one because I just started it. But I'm loving it. It's funny. I've already laughed out loud a couple of times, so it's going to be a good time. So that's it for what I've read and currently am reading. Plans for upcoming reading. I am going to be doing a vlog, I think, if all works out, crossing my fingers, because I wanted to do this vlog earlier, and there's too much stuff going on. But I'd like to do a vlog. I'm in the mood for doing a vlog, and I think I'm going to make it like a Shorty September theme, because I think that would just make for a fun vlogging experience, because I could potentially read more books, so have more books to talk about during the vlog. I don't know what to start with. So, well, I do know one thing I'm going to start with, because I'm almost done that middle grade audiobook, and I'm going to start The Test by Sylvain Neuvel on audio. That's a thriller, and I think it's only 2 hours, so definitely counts for Shorty September. So I'm going to listen to that. But in terms of physical books, here are some things on my like Shorty September TBR. Maybe you can help me decide. So I've got the Subtweet by Vivek Shraya. I've got The Lathe of Heaven by Ursula K. Le Guin. I've got Stardust by Neil Gaiman. And I've got Heartberries, a memoir by Therese Marie Mailhot. If you have strong opinions, let me know. So that's the TBR. I haven't really been listening to music much lately. I have watched a movie, which I thought was great. I watched The Edge of Tomorrow, which, when did that come out? I want to say that's from like 2016 or 2017, maybe? It's a few years old, and it stars Tom Cruise and, oh my god, what's her name? Emily Blunt. And it's like a sci-fi action movie, and I think the sci-fi was good, and I think the action was good, and I think the story was good, and I just really, really enjoyed it. It is, so Edge of Tomorrow, the premise is something happens, so there's like this alien invasion that's been going on for like 5 years, I think, at this point, and Tom Cruise's character, he's in the military, but he's kind of like a PR, like media relations person in the military, and he's kind of a coward, and he doesn't want to like ever be on the front lines. And then something happens. I forget how this happens, but he basically gets taken away from that cushy job and like sent to the front. I think maybe he pissed off the wrong person. I don't know. But anyway, and this isn't a spoiler. This isn't like all the blurbs and whatever. This is like the premise and the setup. But he gets to this, like the front line of this like alien battle, and it's a massacre and he dies, but something happens with the alien that he kills where he gets like linked, and he wakes up 24 hours earlier. So he's in this time loop where he keeps getting sent back to the front over and over and over again and dying over and over and over again. And every time he dies, he gets sent back 24 hours again. And he has to try to figure out, like, how do I get out of this / like, how do we, like, win this battle? Anyway, it's a really interesting present. I love sci-fi movies that have, like, a time travel, time loop type of element. And I just thought it was really well done. And yeah, great sci-fi action movie. Would recommend. And I'm going to be starting like some TV shows. So my husband keeps pestering me to watch like all these TV shows that he wants to watch with me that he thinks I'll like. And I just like never do it. He was begging me to watch Severance, which last Friday reads a couple weeks ago that I did. I gushed over that. I basically, as soon as I was done watching Severance, I wanted to rewatch it immediately again. It's only 9 episodes. And I'm just like, I need to rewatch all of these right now. But I'm going to move on to other shows that my husband wants to watch with me. And I think they're starting filming on the next season of Severance. I think filming starts October. So I don't know what that means for like timeline of when the second season will come out. But I figure what I'll do is I'll wait and I'll rewatch it right before they launch season 2. But yeah, go watch Severance. It's on Apple TV Plus, I think. But what I'm going to watch next is, I think, The Leftovers, which is, I think, like sci-fi drama. It's about some like weird event where a small portion of the Earth's population just like disappears. Like people just like vanish. I think it's like 1% or something of the population just vanishes. It's called The Leftovers. Did I mention that? The Leftovers. And my husband says if I'm going to watch it, I should watch it now and not during the winter, because he knows that like I think the series is quite bleak. And during the winter when there's not much daylight, I get like seasonally depressed, and there are just certain types of movies and shows I can't watch because it's just too much. And he's like, you need to watch it now, otherwise you're gonna have to wait till the spring. And I'm like, okay. So I think The Leftovers is next. If you've watched it, let me know what you thought. Like, no spoilers, but like, is it like super bleak? Anyway, I'm a little bit nervous to watch it, but he thinks it's going to be the type of show that like I really enjoy. I don't think there's anything else on the to read to watch list that I want to talk about. So we're going to end it here. If you have read or watched anything that I've talked about, of course, I would love to chat with you in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll chat soon. Take care. Bye.